mentioned. What do you think Ravachi would do if they found out Heiwei was trying to establish a foothold in Crossbell? Well, I imagine they want to build up their forces pronto. Recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know? Be on your own. Just imagine it. The leader of the Saber Vipers, Walled Whales, waltzing into the Mafia's sides like a pig to slaughter. You won't stand a chance. Shut it! We don't know what'll happen till we try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little vipers? Could they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like this? Huh? Think again. What? What did he hear? Man, I must be a little shocked. I didn't really think you'd fall into our trap so easily. Just let me get this, please. Everyone gets to attack first? Lovely. I don't like that they get to have this critical attack. That was lucky. Just see what happens. Good, it killed him. I knew you were gonna do that. God damn. Whew. Actually can't do anymore. Shit. Nice. Oh, thank God. And look at that, because I actually beat Wald as for Void. Void got a level up. Yeah, damn the kids. I knew they weren't gonna be pushovers, but that was tough. One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm, too. The newest model manufactured in Ereboni, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons their group smuggles. By the way, Void, I must say, you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation and fall, it looked so real it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anyone else put themselves in harm's way. And so you volunteered to take the role of bait for yourself. I was worried sick, you know. Sorry, Ellie. The soft-hearted nature of yours is to cause problems in the future. Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turn-off. Huh? Anyway, I was able to exact my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help. Your cooperation has been much appreciated. You cocky little... When'd you get off acting like you won? Now that you're done it, you sent the beaches. Lama disse di io mi dovrei mi avrà vici. I tempi che ti volevo dire. Is that what you think? What? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags, then beat the absolute piss out of you. Please. Wait, Walt, that's going too far. Not so worry. You can leave the rest to us. Well, try not to get carried away, okay? These guys are professionals, after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Ugh, whatever. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well now, would it? Get to the bent, asshole. You'd be too hard on if we weren't taking you seriously. I'm no warrior, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. Grace? What are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my new favorite rookies these past few days. And much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why are you... You're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you could take Lavachi on now, huh? Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Fine, whatever. We'll be going now. But you don't keep your word, lady. Yeah, standard issue threat, I got it. To be fair, though, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Crossed the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find the bracers on your tails. What? The bracers? Just an FYI, Arios was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it with you guys, this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh, hell no! As if we had to be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We are out of here. Oh boy, Arios McLean, the divine blade of wind. I've heard my fair share of his exploits, but I don't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing.
To hell with this shit. Screw it. Show's over, boys. Get your asses moving. We're leaving. Yeah!
I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you. Yeah, I suppose so. Though I guess our original mission was only to stop that one fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to go to war with Walt anymore, right? What are you going on about now? What?
Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it's not like our relation with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change.
Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while, but our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt. Hold on now! If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in our amicable disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, Abbess.
Our crusade has ended. Let us withdraw.
Yes, sir! What an incomparable group of men.
Leave them be. They're just a bunch of high-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it.
For once you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd?
Yeah, for sure.
It's just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. We're still not good enough. We just had to rely on someone else to finish the job again. How was that? Did I nail it? Well... what useless petty pride. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Only once you've understood this can you truly be called a detective. Just like your brother. Well, I think it's time for me to head on home. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty-night.
Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd?
Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there wasn't a lot that people could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the SSS building and give Chief Sergei a report.
I think I get the picture. I guess you guys did pretty okay for a bunch of rookies, huh? You pulled what little experience each of you had and found a way through.
Thank you, sir. That is a compliment, right?
Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during the case. The thorny pragmatic side of Crossbell. Well, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a pain in the ass.
Crossbell's seedy underbelly, a complicated hotbed of corruption, hidden just below the surface. It's true.
Let me just remind you guys that the people over at the CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes. Most of our detectives are pretty damn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they often stop by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who've sold their honor to the Mafia, for example. So, how about it, Lloyd? You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer?
No, sir. These barriers are the reason that the Special Support Section was established, right?
Oh?
Protect civilians above all else. The Bracer's code is admirable, but it has its own limitations.
Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing, the sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, collusion between the mafia and government officials. These are all problems that lie outside the Bracer's jurisdiction. He's got a point.
Sweeping the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations.
However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero.
He's right. We, as the SSS, can create opportunities others can't for true change in Crossbell. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic.
I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero.
Take a look at this guy, would ya? Doing what the head of a delinquent group volunteering his bait to lure out the mafia? Here I had you pegged as a serious type, but it turns out you're as hot-blooded as they come.
I'm not actually sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still, working with all of you on that last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome.
Lloyd?
Well, how about that?
Perhaps the cheesiest speech yet.
You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. You think I have my head in the clouds, don't you? Out of all the things, laughing louder is not a good idea for me, as it probably makes people think I'm crazy. Even though I'm already speaking in many different voices.
I think you're fine the way you are. Well, it's true the SSS is created under some complicated circumstances. It's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit.
Chief,
I might not be able to give you much direct assistance with your missions, but if you go end up pulling some crazy stunt and tick off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys.
we appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer a laissez-faire approach.
Jeez, being understanding is one thing, but this is getting closer to carelessness, Chief.
Perhaps laziness is more appropriate.
Just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Will the SSS remain a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild, or will it become something new? Something that creates new possibilities for this city. I, for one, am gonna kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks.
Man, that's where the prologue finally ends.
Exploring the geofront. Coral.
The bonus DP has to be for, like, right choices.
Yeah, there you go. All the trophies for not dying during a chapter.
Now I'm not gonna worry about fleeing, going down ever again. Because, God, that is too much hassle to have to deal with, restarting just because one person died. I actually really wanted the episodes to end here at the prologue, but,
Seems like you had another rough month, Arios.
Oh.
It's fine. Nothing new, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm here regarding my payment.
No prob, via IBC as usual, I assume. Look, seeing as I'm the one giving you all these requests, I'm sure I'm the last person to talk. But maybe you should consider reducing your workload just a teensy bit. I can only imagine how lonely poor Shizuku must be. Oh, sorry, I said I wouldn't bring this up anymore, didn't I? Oh, that reminds me, headquarters contacted me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer.
Are they seriously still at it? I've rejected their offer numerous times already. How many more will it take?
Well, can you blame them? I'm sure they're just desperate to find someone to fill the gaping hole Cassius Bright left when he quit. Cassius, didn't you two train under the same master? You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already.
While that may be true on paper, we're completely different people. Like Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale. To be honest, even being considered as equal is far more than I deserve.
Oh, don't give me any of that. We both know it isn't true. What about that case in Rimaferia? The Grand Prince himself presented you with a Medal of Honor. If you ask me, that's more than enough of a qualification.
I'll have to disagree. I never truly resolved the issue. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there. I actually intended to refuse the medal.
Gosh, Arios, you're a regular stick in the mud, you know that. Come on, accepting that promotion will drop your workload a little bit. You've done over 100 quests this month alone. For Adios' sake, that can't be healthy.
Well, I certainly don't feel I bit off more than I could chew. Traveling for work isn't nearly as strenuous now that there are more trains and flights coming in and out of the city. And besides, the O2 bracers transferring here have helped reduce my work quite a bit.
Oh, you mean those two kitties? I suppose you're right, they might be rookies, but I see a lot of potential in them. And at the very least, they'll be more dependable than those kids in the special support section.
I mean, considering it's gotta be Estelle and Joshua, yeah? So considering what those two have been through, yeah, I'd say so. Hello, anyone home? Oh, speak of the devil.
Come on in, we're upstairs.
Oh, the second floor? Gotcha. Thanks for having us. Yo! Yo! Oh my god. It's just... Oh, when you see Estelle, your whole day is bright. It's nice to see Joshua too, but there's something, you just get happy to see Estelle. I am so sad I'm not able to play Trails in the Sky. Holy smokes! Arios is here too? I'm glad we managed to catch up with you while you're in.
Yes, it's quite a lucky coincidence. It's been 3 months or so, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you're both doing well.
I never imagined we'd be seeing you two transferring to our little branch. This is just fantastic. Now that you're both here, we'll have Crossbell cleaned up in no time flat.
We may be good, but we're not that good.
We'll do our best to live up to your expectations.
Oh, but where are our manners? We should officially introduce ourselves. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer.
Joshua Bright, also a senior bracer.
Officially reporting for duty at the Bracer Guild Crossbow Branch. Bro, I know everyone was just jumping off the walls as soon as Estelle and Joshua came in here. I mean, bro, even though I'm playing these games out of order, and in the way I've already known that Estelle and Joshua helped Lloyd, it's like, whoo! It's still so great to see them. I think I've said it before. I mean, Cold Steel 4 should have sort of showed that I prefer kind of Estelle out of them all. She's just so happy. Even though Reen is one of my new favorite protagonists. The chief sure is late. I'd like to start our morning meeting soon if we can. I really don't think we can begin without him.
I would have slept in if I knew we'd just been waiting around. Waking up at noon, hitting the casino, letting the good times roll till the wee hours. That's the life.
The life of a hopeless reprobate.
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
Chief Sergey, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Shall we start the meeting now?
No need. Just got a call from HQ. You guys been assigned a special mission today. Congrats.
A special mission? I'm getting some bad vibes.
Is it similar to the previous ones?
Don't look at me. They didn't give me any details.
You'll have to go to the main CPD building and find out yourself. Your car will be waiting for you there.
Oh, well, you just take me there.
Well, here we are again for another visit with Vice Commissioner Jackass. I can only imagine what he wants to bitch about this time. Remember that we were told this was about a client waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain.
I have a sinking feeling he will find a reason to scold us regardless. I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though.
Lloyd Banning's reporting in. The special support section has arrived.
Come in.
Excuse us.
Oh, I recognize that uniform. The Crossbell Guardian Force?
Oh, hell!
My. Is that how you greet a former superior officer Randy Orlando? Care to elaborate on any hidden meanings behind that outburst of yours?
No, I was, just surprised to see you here. That's all.
Did you two know each other? Your reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience.
Oh, shit.
Show some respect, you four! This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Bells, Deputy Commander of the CGF.
Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force?
Please forgive our misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She is that distinguished.
Oh, you have no freaking idea. She is the CGF's second in command, after all. Taking into account her expertise and how much she's got in the force, she might as well be in charge.
At ease, detectives. So you're the special support section I've heard so much about?
Yes, ma'am. We were told you were looking to submit a support request with us. Is that right?
You should feel honored, rookies! It's unheard of for useless greenhorns like yourselves to be called upon by the Deputy Commander herself. Vice Commissioner Perry, allow me to handle it from here. What? Understood. I'll leave it in your capable hands, ma'am. Thank you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Bells, Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force. I came here to ask the Special Support Section to lend us your expertise on a particular matter. Damn it.
Okay, I hope this dialogue ends soon, or else this part's gonna be a bit longer than it needs to be. Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation. We're gonna end an investigation of monster attacks? That's correct, Detective. Several locations throughout Crossbell have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month. We'd like for your division's cooperation in investigating this matter. Wait just a moment, please. You want us to investigate monster attacks that have been happening outside of Crossbell City. Do you take issue with that? No, ma'am, not at all. Ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, the CGF is already conducting its own investigation into the matter, correct? Considering that, is there even room for us to help? Yes, plenty in fact. Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I hate to admit, our investigators have hit a dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping the investigation will benefit from a different point of view. A different point of view? A trained detective's, to be exact, one that will differ greatly from a guardsman. By that reasoning, however, I wouldn't specifically need the Special Support Section. I could have, for example, gone to the renowned 1st Division for their assistance instead.
Well, I would love to introduce you to them. But as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties.
As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led us to seeking the aid of the SSS. Are there any objections? No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. How would you like us to assist? Sergeant Major Seeker. Yes, ma'am. Here you are. Oh, thank you. Wait, huh? She seems... Is something wrong? I'm fine. My apologies. I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Related to Fran by any chance? Kitty, no. Aren't you supposed to be in your room for bedtime now? A report.
It appears to be a case file from the CGF.
Correct. It contains all of our findings thus far. We'd prefer if you would begin your investigation having only read that file. Doing so will eliminate unwanted bias from your work. Can I get the wanted saved so I can be done?
I see.
In that case, we'll look through it as soon as we're done here. We'll leave it in your capable hands. Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for now. We'll establish a direct line of communication with the SSS, so don't hesitate to contact us if you discover anything. Roger. My apologies for the disturbance, Vice Commissioner.
No, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office anytime.
Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work, Randy. You know. I'd say the work here is more thrilling than any staring at the border and doing drills all day.
Good to hear.
I'm glad my efforts to transfer you were worth it. Let's head out, Seeker. Roger. I'll be taking my leave. Man, oh man. So, she was your superior officer back in the Guardian Force, Randy. She was. She wasn't my direct boss, though. She just gave me a bunch of tips and pointers for our training and drill sessions. Don't let her gorgeous looks fool you. You cross that lady and bam! Full nightmare mode. Just scare the piss right out of you.
Knowing Randy, I can only assume his terrible work ethic set her off on multiple occasions.
I could absolutely see that happening. He has a knack for getting in trouble with women. On that note, do you know the girl that was accompanying the deputy, Randy? Nah, never seen her before. I bet a pretty mirror that she's in the Tangram Grade division of the CGF. Those guys assist Deputy Commander Bells with her work. Oh, wait just a sec. Don't tell me you've taken a fancy to her. Well, boy, was it love at first sight?
Well? Stare.
What? No, it was nothing like that. I just had a strange feeling that I had met her somewhere before.
Ahem.
Oh, right.
How much longer do you Lokis plan to take up space in my office? Don't tell me. Is this a plot by the good-for-nothing Sergei to have come here and humiliate me?
No, sir, definitely not.
We're terribly sorry, sir. Please excuse our rudeness. Go on and get out of here! To think that every single one of you ignored my warning. You should know full well what awaits you then.
Well... Hey now.
Whatever. Enjoy that little investigation of yours into that wilderness. I'm sure it'll be a fun little camping trip. Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it? We can boot that damn Sergei out along with you.
If you'll excuse us. Vice Commissioner Jackass strikes again. I swear, as soon as I step in there and see that dumb tuft of hair on his forehead, my blood pressure spikes. He has hair? I swear he's bald.
A pathetic attempt to stave off a receding hairline. I suppose we were being disrespectful in front of him. However, that doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with us. Let's just try to forget about him now Let's just try to forget about him for now, guys. We should head back to the SSS building and go through this report. After that, we'll need to decide on the direction our investigation should take. Right, Lieutenant Colonel Bowles gave us the impression that these weren't ordinary monster attacks. I'm curious what she meant when she said too many questions remain unanswered.
Can I please save the game? Can I please save the game?
No, you cannot.
I need to, though. But I need to. It's long over, god damn it! This is worse than I thought.
So it really is happening everywhere.
That's what I'm pretty
It seems most of the incidents haven't been reported by the media yet, though.
Yeah, there's something fishy going on, no question. These are definitely not your typical monster attacks.
Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are native to Crossbell?
I'm not sure, actually. But clear paw prints were found at the scene of each incident, so I think it's safe to say creatures like this exist and are in the area.
But the Guardian Force's investigation still hasn't confirmed their existence, right? That's a little disconcerting.
For real, these monsters must be pretty damn crafty if they're able to pull off all these attacks without ever being seen. I mean, shouldn't they have hired some kind of hunter to track them down instead?
Probably so. I am not certain we will be able to contribute much to this case. Lloyd, what's the matter?
Did that ace detective light bulb of yours start flickering again?
Not exactly, I was just thinking. I know these are monster attacks, but why don't we treat this as we would any other investigation? Well, I suppose the deputy commander did say she wanted a detective's point of view. So we search for clues as per usual.
Yeah, and if we treat this series of attacks as well as part of one large case, who would be our culprit? Obviously those wolf-like monsters the report mentioned, yeah? Sounds like a pack of them's been moving together.
True, and with that in mind, what would the profile and motive of the culprits be?
Huh? Motive?
Oh, I understand now. You're saying that a motive isn't apparent from these reports.
Exactly.
If these monsters are as intelligent as we suspect, they would typically stay away from populated areas. If the motive was hunger, the medical college would be the last place they look for food. There has to be some truth that explains their seemingly irrational behavior. Logically speaking, that does make sense. I suppose we've settled on a direction for our investigation then.
I think so. We'll start by visiting the affected areas and gathering information from anyone connected to the incident. By doing things our way, we'll be able to supply the CGF with some supplementary info at the very least.
I agree. Every little clue and lead we can find will go toward helping the Guardian Force.
Whew, that's a relief. Here I was thinking we'd spend the day blindly hunting monsters in the mountains.
So, Lloyd, where do you suggest we begin our investigation?
Let's see. How about we start with Amorica Village, the first area that was attacked? Considering the Amorica report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to gather enough clues to start building a profile of the monsters.
That sounds like a good start. Amorica Village is northeast of Crossbell City, right?
Yeah, we should be able to get there by taking the bus from the east exit. And needless to say, this is our first mission outside of the city. We don't know what we're heading into, so let's make sure we leave well prepared. Makes sense.
To be safe, we should check any support requests that have come in too.
I'll do that later. Because I need to end this, right? This is where the game will... probably after I check the footage, I will discover if I'm going to be putting Trails from Zero along with other games on a long pause. For like, 3 months.